He is 68 years old, and he is still trying to take down all his enemies. Can you imagine how much strength that takes? Now, let's dive deeper into the story of this retired hitman. Get comfortable, because I'm about to give you a brief rundown of the events in the movie Old Guy. Enjoy watching. Meet Danny, who, after a tough day at work, decided to unwind at a local party in the world-famous city of London. The night took an interesting turn, and soon he found himself in his motel room with some hot girls. That same day, Danny finally got rid of his brace and didn't hesitate to ask his doctor for a few more Codamol pills. However, the doctor refused, explaining that the medication was only meant for the first 2 days after surgery and that he should avoid overloading his right hand to allow proper healing. Danny took a job at a butcher shop, and during one of his smoke breaks, a guy approached him and spoke some coded words. This immediately prompted Danny to close up shop and provide medical aid to the guy, after which he took his gun and disposed of his clothes. Danny admitted that he had been put on a 6-week break from work due to his hand surgery. It turned out the guy was desperate because he had failed to complete a hit. Danny assured him that the boss would send him on a vacation to the Maldives, but instead he sent him straight to the afterlife with a bullet to the head. With the help of his associate, he got rid of the body. The associate then informed Danny that he was being summoned for a meeting. At the meeting with his boss, a woman named Opal, she took him off hitman duties due to his injury and offered him a new position. Danny was to meet a new assassin named Will, and his new job was to train recruits like him, ensuring that every contract was carried out precisely and on time. On the way, Danny stopped by his old acquaintance, Anata, to stock up on weapons and new pills. When he mentioned that he was headed to Northern Ireland, Anata expressed a desire to join him so she could visit her man. Danny couldn't refuse her request. The journey didn't take long, but upon arrival, they were met by Milo, an old contact who wanted to eliminate his competitor. He asked Danny to take care of the rival at a golf club, where it would be easier to spread out the target's security and take him down. In return, Danny asked Milo to take Anata shopping while he handled business. However, to Milo's surprise, Danny asked him to stay in the car and watch as the old but still mighty hitman did the job. He wanted to prove to his London associates that he still had his former strength and skills, even with an injured hand. Danny stole a golf ball to lure the target into the woods. But when the moment came to pull the trigger, his injury prevented him from firing in time, leading to a chase. Security managed to shoot at Danny, forcing him to take cover, but Will arrived just in time, eliminating the guards and finishing the job. They quickly fled the scene. Later, Danny decided to unwind again at a nightclub. Will, however, wouldn't leave his side. He wanted to hear a word of gratitude for saving Danny's life. But the veteran hitman insisted that Will just got lucky that day. After a wild night, they moved on to their next job, where Danny ran into an old acquaintance, Simone. But when he heard how high-profile their next target was, Will pulled a gun on him and demanded that he listen to the client because this job was non-negotiable. Their target was the father of the man they had taken out at the club. They planned to cross the river, but they miscalculated the tides and ended up stuck without water. When Will saw Danny taking pills, he warned him that mixing alcohol and medications severely affected motor skills. He suggested that if Danny stopped taking them and switched to a new pistol with lower recoil, things could change dramatically. However, Danny refused and instead proposed walking straight across the water. They reached the house within an hour, and Will disables the alarm, allowing them to slip past the guards straight to their target. However, when the man's granddaughter appears, Danny decides to distract her, while Will warns him not to move. After putting the girl to bed, Danny returns to Will but sends the young hitman to search the house for other people to ensure a discreet exit. At that moment, their target offers Danny triple the fee to switch sides and put a bullet in his partner's head. Danny refuses but only lands his shot on the second attempt, proving to Will that the pills are affecting him after all. Meanwhile, Anata finds out from her lover that he has someone else, and he only had the guts to tell her in person. Later, when the guys take a break from work and start drinking, Danny gets into a drunken argument with Will, almost getting his skull cracked. Anata has to step in and break up the fight. Later, she joins Danny at a club to relax, where they even share a kiss. However, Anata sees it as a mistake and quickly leaves, only to notice moments later that Danny is being pushed out of the crowd. It turns out to be the mercenaries of their previous target who are trying to find out who ordered their boss's hit. But Anata arrives just in time to help Danny escape, making sure not to leave any witnesses behind. After this mistake, Danny heads home to his mother. The next morning, Will informs him that he has tracked down the crime boss Jacek at the Grand Central Hotel. They come up with a solid plan, during which Danny asks Will to remove his Formula 1 necklace, saying that while it may bring him comfort in everyday life, it will only give him away on a mission. They bribe a hotel worker and smuggle Will inside disguised as a stack of microwave boxes. However, as Danny smokes outside the building, he spots Simone, meaning they plan to eliminate all witnesses. He tries to warn Will that it's a trap, but it's too late. Will stumbles upon a mannequin and gets shot. Simone fails to capture Danny, but Will isn't so lucky. She offers him a deal in exchange for information, but he chooses to be handed over to an interrogator named Monty instead. Danny quickly changes his clothes, taking Will's toy with him. Meanwhile, their boss Opal is losing patience. Simone isn't responding, and she has no idea what's happening with her people. At the same time, unknown attackers disguised as gardeners turn out to be hired mercenaries. When Danny meets up with William, he confesses that Simone betrayed them and Opal was killed half an hour ago. He urges Danny to grab his mother and flee. But as soon as he arrives home, Simone attempts to kill him. Danny tries to reason with her and understand her betrayal, but in the end, he rigs an ironing board with books and takes her out while she reloads. He asks Anata to take his mother to Wales while he goes to rescue Will. He then heads to a rival boss's bar, taking out several of his men before burning the place down. This puts Jacek on edge, but he never expected the old man to cut off his car so smoothly, instantly killing 2 bodyguards and capturing Jacek himself. The final showdown is set to take place in an abandoned shopping mall, where Danny is supposed to exchange Jacek for Will. However, Jacek's bodyguards wound Will, and that's when Danny spots a sniper. He quickly takes cover and initiates a shootout, even heating up bullets on a frying pan to create a distraction before taking down several enemies. After eliminating almost everyone and realizing Will is missing, Danny comes face to face with Jacek. But Will, having just taken out the sniper seconds earlier, steps in to save him. Danny grabs his wounded partner and, with a smirk, suggests they get moving. In the end, they manage to heal Will and reunite with Anata, who finally accepts Danny for who he is. Hit the like button and subscribe. Your save time is our achievement. Thank you so much for watching and stay vigilant. If you ever spot a strange old man, he might just have a small Colt hidden in his inner pocket. See you in the next recaps. Bye.